calm after the storm. Augusta recovering after taking a direct hit from Michael. Early this morning, the Garden City was struck with tropical storm force winds and several inches of rain. Hope you're safe and sound tonight. News Channel 6's senior reporter George Escala live in Augusta now. And George, damage around town was, I'd say, spotty for a storm this size.
Well, it did weaken before it hit us, luckily, just like the weather people said it would, but it still was a big blow that did some damage. In fact, there's a crew behind us right now cleaning up some of that damage, but those who went through this say they're happy it wasn't any worse. It's less shady on Glen Avenue thanks to Michael. The storm sent two giant limbs crashing to the ground, but some pre-planning kept this from being a bigger problem.
My husband was smart enough to make us move all of our cars, or we'd probably have a little damage, but you know, we just walked out and there's trees everywhere.
A lot of trees could not stand the storm. This one was blocking the road into Goshen, creating a detour. And this big pine fell right on the lines on Tobacco Road, knocking out power and creating traffic snarls. The signal lights at Tobacco and Peach Orchard were out, so deputies were directing traffic. The lights were also out at 56 and Tobacco. Deputies were there as well, but in their cars, not out telling drivers when to go or stop.
That's quite a dangerous intersection. It's I don't understand what they're doing. Not out. There was an officer up here. He was out directing traffic. I don't know what these guys are doing, but that is a dangerous intersection.
The storm was a real potential danger downtown, where the tents were already set up for the Greek festival. But the festival is still on because when the storm was on the way, they decided to get those tents on the ground to keep them from blowing away.
Nothing's damaged, and actually I see they're back now getting them set up. We had one smaller one that did get flipped upside down, but it was already down on the ground. I did get up at 5 and went out the door, and it was pretty crazy. The rain was coming down pretty heavily, but we expected a lot worse, so we were thankful it was not as severe.
Emergency officials say there were no injuries reported with the storm, but there is a lot of damage. The city says collecting off all the storm debris off the street will take several days. Remember, garbage collection was canceled today, so Thursday pickup days, you'll be Friday. Friday, you'll shift over to Saturday.